The song Butterflies is about the circle of life. It's a very simple story with very simple characters. I realised this after hearing it when I completed writing it, which was only a year ago, I think. Because I realised that the way the notes went, the way the chords went, the structure and everything, it was pretty much the tale of being born, living, going through youth. Everything's all fresh, everything, you explore it, everything's amazing and exciting, and suddenly before you realise it, you're old, people die, and then you die, and it's pretty morbid really, but it's the thing that touched me about it as the writer is the speed of which this happens. There's a lot of time of messing around in our character Danny, who I called Aries. There's a lot of time once she's born, she goes around exploring things. She gets in a bit of danger, I guess, here and there, but sort of gets out. She goes to a big giant's castle, she flies around the land and explores all these things, and then half the song, half of the life is about that exploration and that of life itself. And then suddenly she meets a guy, the character's called Orion. She meets Orion, and at first, and she's shy, she flies off. When she meets him again the second time, that's when everything, that boom, the actual key of the song changes. And that's actually the later part that I wrote the rest of it 10 years ago, the first half of it pretty much, but that bit when it goes into the new bit, when she sees this guy, she realises what love is, she realises that she quite fancies this guy, and this is a different chapter in her life. And this is where everything accelerates, and this is the key point of the whole climax of the film, really, if you could call it a film. She meets him, she flirts around, she flies off, she gets in trouble again, but he follows her this time, and she meets she gets in too much trouble. She meets a monster, and the monster is going to kill her, but the male character flies down, saves her, he fights the monster. But the thing is, and I always thought about doing an alternate ending, because I actually shot a lot of the footage of them being lovers and hanging out and kissing and doing all sorts of stuff, but not a single bit of that was ever actually put in the film, because it was just not enough time, which is the whole heartbreaking element, really. There was just not enough time for them to have a decent life together, just as there was not enough time for me to put any shots of them kissing or whatever. He gets injured by the monster, and she looks after him in these later days, and you can hear the song struggling, and just sort of ticking over and stalling and taking time, and then eventually he dies, and then she dies. But thing is she's got his child, this golden egg which she came out of. She takes the egg to the place where she was born, where she was hatched, and then she dies, and then the egg, it ends up exactly the same way that it began. The next person will then explore life, which is pretty cool. I would have loved to have made an alternate ending where he didn't die. I might still do that. I've probably got enough footage. So the film itself was shot in Second Life, as you probably may have noticed. You might recognise it, which is a 3D graphical environment of lots of freedom and all that stuff. And the friends that I shot the film with are all Second Life friends. I've never met them in real life, and they all said, yeah, we'll do this film, because me not having much ability to travel places, I could bring the places or build the places in this world. And I thought, well, yeah, give it a shot. And I realised there were lots of pros and cons with this. A pro obviously is that you can become any character. You can fly, you can go in the forest, you can go in the castle, all the sets, it's a pretty low budget way of doing things, and then you can do perfect green screen and chroma keying and stuff like that. you could do it perfectly to the pixel. You don't have to set up all this crap like I did in Pandora's Box, which never even really worked properly. The cons are you can't really get close to people's faces unless you build a transparent screen, because the aperture and the geometry of everything, it doesn't. I like really close shots of people. I like to get people's eyes and stuff, but you never really get that in Second Life. It's a lot of long shots are very easy to do. The other con is working with people was absolutely impossible. Danny just would not keep still. She just kept flying around in circles, and there was not a thing she could do about it. So you're trying to get that trying to get the head. Oh, I just want a picture of your head. Keep still, and you can't turn the animation off, the animation override. Otherwise, they'll just start looking around like all funny. Like, I really hope you enjoy this CD. It took a while to make, but not as long as Chapter 2 is taking, obviously. Butterflies is one of the 32 elements for piano, so there is a double album with all 32 of the songs. If you like this one, I don't know if Butterflies is probably one of my favourite ones. There are a few others I really like. But yeah, very old stuff done now. So I hope you enjoy it, and you know where the website is, you know how to get hold of it. And I'll see you later.